Good afternoon, friends. May the 4th be with you. Yes, it is Monday afternoon, May 4th. I'm coming to you today from Sky Lake, over near the barn on the west shore. If you see over my shoulder here is the barn on the far side away from the west shore camping area. I come to you today after a following weekend of almost near 80-degree weather. Yes, I was wearing shorts yesterday, but I'm back to my gloves, my earmuff, turtleneck again on the hike in the woods today. So I come to you in the side woods down from the barn. I'm going to track above a little bit. This is a more open area. Let me see about turning my view. There it is. This is the section of the woods where they cut through to allow the power lines to be beside the road, but yet not over the road. This is a spot where I sometimes come and explore in here. This is a wooded area which has high, heavy traffic from our four-legged critters. Our white-tailed deer and raccoon and, yes, bear have been known to come through here, and coyote. But I thought we might explore this side of the woods because there's all kinds of things happening. So I titled it In Search of Ferns and Scat. So if you walk through here, I go slow most of the time, but I look around and there's all kinds of fun things on the ground, from old ferns, last year's harvest, which are over here. There's still some that you can see, and then those that have gone dormant, to the trees, the pines, hemlock, and there's even a beech tree. See the green one right in front, and some that have the stubborn leaves that have stayed. But if you look close, yes, let's see if I can get it. Things are budding. There are some new growth on there. So, yes, the 60s, 70s, and 80-degree temperatures are coming back. Things are growing. But as we walk through here, I see I've searched and found, look on the ground, the little black pellets. That is your deer scat. Yes, a fun subject to talk about today and to search for. The deer scat are small little pellets. And I also found a little, let's see if I can get down here really close and point to what I'm showing. This area here, some little puff balls. I remember as a kid searching through them and finding them and stepping on them or squishing them and puffing them out. Those are all the spores that are released. All kinds of fun things to search for. Oh, a different form of scat. Unlike the pine cones, that's deer scat too. But this whole area, come about 2 more weeks, might be totally filled with a layer of greenery. That's one of my favorite views through this time, the springtime. It's just a carpet of green ferns. And I came through here one day and had a glorious sunshine on top of it. And I'll have to search the photo and I'll post it for you again. But the ferns, here's a bunch of them that are washed down and matted down from the traffic. And in the midst of there you can see some new growth. But the fern unfurls and grows up like a fiddlehead. And you literally, it has its little curls and coils. And a lot of people will pick them in that stage and cook them up. and they're a delicacy of sorts. Here's a branch that has a bundle of the pine cones. The deer and the squirrels in particular, and critters will get the seeds in amongst the pine cones. We humans, as we know, gather pine cones and use them in our decoration. Oftentimes we'll get a request for certain pine cones to be gathered up. One reason that this area of the forest is cleared a little bit is to allow for the wires to go through safely, and it's maintained. Some of the trees that are down because they were taken down to protect the wires so they aren't knocked down in a storm. A lot of our wooded areas are done that way to help maintain fire safety even, and fire management, forest management. So these areas are necessary in its way. I don't know if I can get close without disturbing it. On that tree right in front, there's a bird making its way up. He's around the other side. There he goes. There's another bit of the greenery on the ground and the ferns and the soft. As you walk, it makes a tiny little crackle on the old, aged ferns and sticks. You see the promise of the greenery and the new growth. For reference to some of you, the pavement you see is our William Law Road, and we're not far from the lake, which is across the way. So this is a spot that can be seen and watched and explored for our nature lessons. I pause because down here, see the hoof mark that was made into the ground, the two prongs of the hoof of the deer. There goes our neighbor on his way to deliver his cattle. That's about the only traffic we have around here, so it's nice and peaceful. But the deer pass back and forth across this roadway often, sometimes in a hurry, sometimes really slow, and sometimes they don't know which way they want to go. I think this year's young ones were a pair of twins. You often see them in groups of 5, 6, 8. So we've made our way, more scat. Made our way across the path back to the lake. Sometimes you can have a short view and still find so much to look at. This is a spot you can pause at and wander as time goes by slowly. Enjoy the day. Don't forget to join us later this week for more hikes on Wednesday and Friday afternoon at 1:30. And be looking for an email and a link and note of information about our special Mother's Day pie sale and baked goods for this week. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.